What did you do years ago, just in case you met somebody that you wanted to have kids with?
I was in LA and I was filming with the Kardashians, and they were doing this whole egg retrieval thing. I was like, maybe I should do it too, because what happens if I end up with someone that doesn't have kids, and then they want kids, and then I'm done having kids? And so I did it. I did it once, and I ended up with the 11 eggs.
11 eggs?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
There's 11 little Larses.
Yes, in a freezer in LA.
That are potentially okay. Right.
Yeah. I have 11 eggs.
In theory,
No one's
we
having.
could maybe have a starting 5.
I know we're not having 5 kids. We're not having 5 kids.
Okay, let's talk about this. I'm Dr. Lucky Seacon. I'm a double board certified OBGYN and REI, and as a fertility expert, I have these conversations and clear up these misconceptions every day. So that was a clip from the Real Housewives of Miami star Larsa Pippen, who was Scottie Pippen's ex-wife, who is now 49 and currently dating Michael Jordan's son. It's another reel for another day. We're not going to get into that. And she's talking about how she froze 11 eggs 10 years ago, so when she was 39 years old. So they're joking around and talking about how this means that there are 11 Larsas frozen at a clinic in LA, and they even make a joke about having 5 kids from these 11 eggs that were frozen at age 39. Now, hearing these types of conversations makes me cringe, because I think it perpetuates a major misconception that if you freeze 11 eggs, that means that you can have 11 babies. The reality is that human reproduction is really inefficient. Eggs specifically are very inefficient. There is a very high oocyte or egg to live birth ratio. And this is because whether we're talking about the process happening inside your body with you ovulating and timing when to try to get pregnant versus thawing out eggs, it takes a lot of eggs to make a baby. Not every egg is going to survive the thaw, fertilize, grow into an embryo. Not every embryo is going to be genetically normal, especially at age 39. And not every genetically normal embryo will implant and result in a live birth. So you can never assume that if you froze 11 eggs, that you're going to be able to have 11 live-born babies. I always discuss this concept of it being like an inverted pyramid. You start out with a lot of eggs, and then with all of this attrition, it filters down to a select number of embryos, which give you a shot at getting pregnant and having a live birth. And I go through these specific numbers and talk about specific goals according to age. The 2 most important factors that are going to dictate your chance at a successful live birth, if you ever need to come back to use your frozen eggs, are the age you were when you froze your eggs and the number of mature eggs frozen. The older you are, the more eggs you need to freeze to feel more confident and overcome the age-related changes in egg quality, which we know take place. I always wonder about these celebrities like Kourtney Kardashian or Larsa Pippen, who have doctors that they freeze eggs with, and then they have numbers in the single digits, or numbers like 10 or 11 eggs frozen at 39. And I wonder if they were advised to do more than one cycle, to have an abundance of caution, because they clearly have the resources. So I'm not really sure what the barrier there is. But if you visit my website, theluckyegg.com, you'll see that I have put together an egg freezing calculator tool, and we can actually go ahead and plug in her metrics and see what it all means. So let's consult my trusty egg freezing calculator on my website, plugging in age 39 and 10 mature eggs frozen. And this tells us that there's a good chance of creating one euploid embryo with about a 65% probability of live birth. Okay, so I plugged in 10 instead of 11 for the demonstration, but you get the drift. Certainly, this is not a guarantee. And while there's a chance of making a normal embryo from that number of eggs at that age, that does not guarantee even one live birth. So it's a far cry from insinuating that you could have 5 to 11 children. I think tools like this are helpful because it's one thing to look at the numbers and it's another thing to actually plug your metrics in. And while this can't guarantee an accurate prediction for any individual situation, it can give you a general sense of what that attrition looks like. And I think that can be helpful in planning and making strategic decisions. So I hope you'll check it out and let me know what you think.